Now we're going to complete the extra practice problems, numbers 5 through 10 in lesson 1.1. Again, this is on page 6, so make sure you are turned there in your student journal. In 5 through 8, we're going to use the diagram at the right. And number 5 asks us, what is another name for line PQ? So here's line PQ in the figure. One thing I notice is that there's a lowercase j next to this line. And so remember, when you have those lowercase letters, you can use those to name the line. So one name for line PQ, I could name it line J. I also could use some other points on the line to name this line. So for example, point T is on line PQ, so I could use point T to name this line as well. So for example, I could name this line TQ. Number 6, what is another name for line RS? Line RS is right here. Again, I see a little lowercase k, so I could use that letter and I could call it line K. Or I could use some other points to name the line. I could name this line RT because these 2 points lie on the line. Remember to put the line symbol above your points. Number 7 asks us to name all rays with endpoint T. And then we're going to say which of those rays are opposite rays. So remember, if a ray has an endpoint T, it starts at point T and goes in the opposite direction. So there are 4 rays with an endpoint T. I have a ray coming out this way. I have a ray going up, a ray coming down this way, and a ray going down. There are 4 rays with endpoint T. I just need to make sure I name them properly. Remember, when we name rays, we always give the end point first. So if I was going to name this ray here, I would start with endpoint T and then give another point that goes in that direction of the ray. P is on that ray, and I'm going to write the ray symbol. The arrow has to point to the right, remember. If I want to name this ray that points straight up, I have to start with T, because that is the end point of the ray, and it points towards point R. So ray TR. This ray here points in the direction of Q. So again, I'm going to start with endpoint T. So this ray is called ray TQ. And the ray that points straight down would be ray TS. I need to now state which of these rays are opposite rays. Opposite rays have the same endpoint and point in opposite directions. So if I look at ray TP, its opposite ray, which points in the opposite direction, would be ray TQ. So I'm just going to highlight them the same color. I'm just going to put a little note to myself. Opposite rays. Similarly with ray TR, starts at endpoint T and points in the direction of R. Its opposite ray points in the opposite direction. So ray TR and ray TS are opposite rays. Number 8, on the diagram, draw planes M and N that intersect at line K. I'm going to draw a separate picture here, just because it's going to get messy with all the different colors. So I'm going to draw line K down here. And I need to make two planes that intersect at line K. And this can be really tricky to do and hard to visualize, but I'm going to do the best I can. So I'm going to start with plane M. So I'm just going to draw plane M here, and it's going to go through line K like this. Okay. Then I'm going to draw, I'll label it plane M. And then I need to draw plane N that also intersects, crosses through line K. So I'll go, let's see, this opposite direction. And it will cut through the back here of plane M. So I'll kind of shade this. This is what the front, this is what you can see of plane N here. This is plane M. So they cross each other, they intersect each other at line K, right here. The intersection of two planes is always a line. So hopefully that picture, you can visualize it a little bit. In number 9 and 10, they want us to sketch the figures that they describe. So in number 9, we need to sketch line segment AB. So what would that look like? A line segment has two endpoints. And they tell me the endpoints are named A and B. I think it's so tiny. I think there's a little arrow here. So they also want us to sketch ray BC. So B comes first. So B is the end point of our ray. I already have a point B, so I'm going to use my picture here that I already drew. And I'll just make this ray point this way. And I need to make sure that C is on this ray. So I've also drawn ray BC. And number 10, they want me to draw line K in plane M. So I'm just going to draw a plane. I'll just shade it in. And this is plane M, so I need to label it. And I just need to draw a line that is on this plane. So I'll just draw a line here, and I need to call it line K. So that line is line in the plane.